What's up guys, and welcome back to the F1 Dream Team. Now it's been a while since this series has been around, and since then the F1 season has finished. And as you know, with this series we add informs in, basically who I think has been the best driver of the day. Not necessarily what the driver of the day was, or else we'd end up with about 50 Max Verstappens in this series, and we'd literally be driving as him in every race. But unfortunately that isn't the case. And on that side of me now, I'm just going to show you all the informs that we're going to be adding in from this race. Basically Belgium all the way down, because you know, this series started just before the Belgian Grand Prix. And I thought I'm just going to wait till the end of the season to add the rest of them in. So notably in that we've got a couple of Sebastian Vettels, a couple of Max Verstappens, a couple of Nico Rosbergs. I've actually put his one in from Abu Dhabi. Obviously he became the Drivers' Champion. So that's sort of like a driver of the year sort of thing. You know, like a world champion. So basically, if we do manage to get Nico Rosberg at some point during the series, then we can use him around whatever track that we want to. Just as sort of a little bit of a reward, seeing as he was world champion. So now that is all explained, in our inventory from last time out, you can see that we've got Kevin Magnussen's inform, as well as Monaco and Bahrain as the circuits, and we don't really have any useful setups. We have 37 tokens also in the bank after the first 10 races, and that is just not quite enough to be able to get ourselves a gold pack, which is so disappointing. But what I'm going to do this time, because you know we were on a similar sort of amount of tokens last time, and we went for the rainbow pack, but again it wasn't quite enough to manage to get ourselves a gold pack. So I'm actually going to be saving some tokens for later on in the episode, and hopefully that can mean we can get a gold pack at the start of next episode. So instead, I'm going to be opening a silver pack in this one. So I opened a pack via the random generator that I use, and I've actually left the cards at uni, so I'm here at home at the moment. So I can't sort of show you guys the cards, which is a little bit of a shame, but we'll roll with it anyway. Just know that I was completely impartial. And, well, seeing as the Circuit of the Americas is actually the only silver circuit that we get to race around. Obviously, we've got others to do time trials around, so yeah, we're still leaving them in. But we've added some bronze tracks in as well. The remaining bronze tracks are going to be in the silver packs until they get completely used. So yeah, the silver pack that we opened, we managed to get Jenson Button and Felipe Massa as the two drivers. So yeah, the Massa one's really good, because obviously Williams are the best team on the game of all the silver cars. But Jenson Button, hopefully we can just sort of drag that McLaren Honda up as far as possible. The three circuits we managed to get were actually Abu Dhabi, which we've already driven around before, so that is going to be our time trial track, I'm pretty sure. And then the Circuit of the Americas and Russia. Oh god. Okay, so I've just got around to editing this, and have I just forgotten that episode 1 ever happened? I mean, Russia was like literally the first track that we ever drove around. So yeah, I was an absolute noob. For some reason I put it back in the pot. But luckily I do realise later on in the episode, so we don't end up driving around there. But just please ignore every time I say Russia now and replace it with Malaysia. You'll see why later on. So yeah, looking forward to driving around the Circuit of the Americas for sure. And we've also got Russia with Kevin Magnussen's inform, so we might actually save that circuit for a future episode. But I've rambled on for enough, and hopefully you guys are up to date with the series now. And without further ado, let's get into the racing. As you can see then, we have gone for the Circuit of the Americas as our first selection. So we've actually still got 12 tokens left, because we had 37. Obviously, a silver pack costs 25 tokens. So yeah, we need 40, obviously, to get a gold pack, which means we need 28 tokens. So we need to average 14 over these two, but I'm just going all out. I'm going with Felipe Massa first of all, and yeah, just like I say, just going all out, trying to get as many tokens as possible. And yeah, I think we need to average about 7th place. And that's discounting the time trial, so really do think we can do this. Let's get a good result. Something I believe I forgot to actually mention was that we got 2 4-token setups, so obviously we've had to use that. Fortunately, the aero and tyre pressures are reasonably similar. Oh my god, we're in P5. Okay, I was talking there because I thought we weren't going to be needed. We're P5, our teammate is P10, so we've definitely got the good end of the deal there for sure. Well, we have been presented with a chance to score some big points today, and we are 5 lights and away we go in the US. Not a fantastic, but not an awful start either. So we're going into turn 1. We're just going to try and keep it clean. It's a very difficult turn 1 to negotiate, and we've nearly gone around the outside of one of the Ferraris, but we've kept it on the track, and I will take that, to be honest. P5. and try and chase down Raikkonen for P4. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult race to try and hold off the Red Bulls, of course. Oh, and that we just could not quite do. We're going side by side with Ricciardo, and he has just nipped past us. And yeah, I think he's gone at the moment, but we will try and get him back on the straight. This is where hopefully the Williams straight line speed will come into it. And as you can see, we're closing in on Ricciardo. This is Legend AI, so pretty difficult. And yeah, we've gone around these outside and up back into P5, which is where we started. Coming to finish lap 1 now, and you may be able to see that the cars ahead are actually sort of fighting with each other. We're keeping a good gap on Ricciardo, but yeah, we really want to try and close them down if possible. I think the most realistic thing to hope for is just that one of them collides with another. I would absolutely love that, the scenes, if that happens now. Now, DRS is one thing that definitely has potential to hurt us, so we're going to have to get a good exit off here. We've hit the apex nicely, and we get decent traction, actually, so our straight line speed should be able to take us away from Ricciardo. And to be fair, that's the main threat from this race. End of the straight, and no problems. Ricciardo was sort of closing, but like I say, it's just like real life with the Williams straight line speed. No catching me. Come on, 2 laps to go, and there's no way that we've got the pace to catch the leaders. I mean, these are the first laps that I've actually done. I haven't done any practice, which is probably a mistake. But yeah, for the next track, I may do a little bit of practice before, just because I really need to get this gold pack for this episode. Once again, it was a decent exit. Not quite as good as last time, so Ricciardo may take a look down the inside. But we should. Yeah, we do. We actually managed to keep it without any threat whatsoever from the Red Bulls. This is going really, really well. Come on, last lap. We can do this. Oh my god. Okay, I think they've got DRS now. So it may pull to the inside just because that is the best defensive line. And we literally hit the apex just in time before they come rushing down our inside. Oh my god. If we don't get this, I'd be so disappointed now. I apologise if I haven't been commentating throughout the S section, but you guys know how much concentration that requires, and I'll need to concentrate now as well just to hit the apex. We managed to do it. Probably our worst exit from there, definitely. We got on the curbs, but I just hope that we have enough to keep past Ricciardo. This time, I think, you know what, we're going to keep to the same line. It's worked for us every time so far, and once again, I think we have just about done it. We're down into second gear and get a little bit of wheel spin, but boy, have we worked hard for this one. The leaders may be far up, but we've just tried to sort of conserve our... do I just not fancy talking or something? Nope, there's nothing. I apologise, I just couldn't find the words at that corner, but we've been trying to concentrate so hard, which is why my commentary just has not been up to scratch whatsoever. But we've just got one more corner to negotiate. Nico Rosberg has taken the win, but we are going to come home, hopefully, because the line comes up very quickly for a valuable P5. Very, very good performance. Very happy with that. And that means we only need 9th place now to get that gold pack for next episode. So, yeah, very hard fought, but we managed to do it in the end. Let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship. I meant to say the Drivers' Standings, but nonetheless, we'll take a look at them anyway, and we see Rosberg and Hamilton 1-2, so pretty much business as usual. The same with 3 and 4 with Raikkonen and Vettel. We disrupt the rhythm, though, being in 5th between the 2 Red Bulls, which is pretty good for me. And yeah, very, very good for Williams and myself, obviously, because I'm trying to make inroads on those top 3 teams. So yeah, now let's take a look at the Drivers' Standings. Yeah, it's pretty much as you were actually in the Drivers' Standings. Not much to really report, but yeah, we are definitely making inroads on those Red Bulls, which is why we need to try and get these gold drivers as quick as possible, so that we can get there before the end of the season. But yeah, there's only one change, I believe, in the standings, and that's that Button has gone above Grosjean. But yeah, apart from that, nothing much to report. And I believe, I think next race we're actually going to go for normal Russia. I would go for Magnussen's inform, but at this point in the series, it's vital that we get that 9th place, and I believe we can do that with Jensen Button. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice beforehand, but I'll see you on the track. Well, I've been an absolute idiot. Obviously, we have already raced around Russia, and that was in the first episode as well. I loaded up Russia, and then I came to load a setup, so that I could sort of do the 4 token thing. And then I was like, wait, I've already got a setup for Russia. And then I realised, oh wait, I've already raced here. But yeah, we're going to have to race around Malaysia instead. But yeah, apologies guys, I probably would have put an annotation on screen anyway. But yeah, let's get into the Malaysian Grand Prix now. Well, we finally got here, finally at Malaysia, after much deliberation. So, yeah, we're at the race. Obviously, we're racing as Jensen Button in this one. All we need is 9th place, regardless of what we do in the time trial. If we get that 9th, we can open that elusive gold pack, which has currently deserted us. But, yeah, let's see where we're going to start on the grid first. Wow, P16, we're going to have some overtaking to do in this one. I'm starting to regret maybe choosing this circuit, but you get what you're given, and yeah, here we go. Revving up then to the 5 red lights. Not really looking forward to this. I hate this track so much, but nonetheless, we're going to have to get into it, and it's lights out, and away we go. And not a bad start, actually. I should think not from 16th. Okay, no, we've still been overtaken. But we're going to have to go down the inside. Nobody has taken that line, and it has got us into P13. And hopefully, yes, it is. It's P12 now. Maybe we can go around the outside of these. There's a lot of clusterness, if that is not a word. Anyway, we're still up into P12. We've made up 4 positions. 3 to go. We can still do this. Oh, around the outside. That would be cheeky on Nico Hulkenberg. We had a little bit of lag there, though. A little bit of stutter, which was disappointing. But still, we may be able to overtake him in this section. Coming towards the end of lap 1, and of course, we've got this Honda engine, which I've completely forgotten about. There are 2 massive straights here, so that may hinder us. But still, we're keeping pace with the guys ahead, and we still are well within with a chance. I can't speak, but I do apologise. Anyway, end of lap 1, still in with a chance. That's what I was meant to say. Opportunity possibly at turn 1 to go down the inside. That was cheeky, very cheeky, and we've got the move done. And now next up is our teammate, who we should hopefully be able to overtake. I don't know how he's managed to get this far up, but we have managed to do that eventually. And the guys are scrapping ahead as well, so P9 is definitely on. Oh, thank you very much, Fernando. Wasn't commentating over that because I knew I needed concentration. I think that's one thing I'll definitely take from this series, is that I need to talk less in times where I need to try and get moves done. So, yeah, managed to get it done. Just 1 position to go now. We're coming towards the end of lap 2, and as I said, the guys are scrapping ahead all the way up into P7. So, yeah, that's pretty much everybody but the top 6, which is what this series is becoming at the moment. And that's exactly why I want to try and get into that next bracket, so I can be fighting for podiums on a regular basis. But still, we're in contact with Bottas in Sector 1. We seem to be doing quite well around there, so yeah, we may have a chance to do it. Oh dear, Alonso's got DRS on us. Oh no, he's going to go down our inside. Hopefully he doesn't completely block us off. So just to make sure, we're going to go down his inside. And we do manage to hold it. But I was pretty sure that we were within a second of the guys ahead. And we just didn't manage to get DRS, which is a little bit disappointing. But obviously we were just outside. 2 laps to go, and this is a struggle now. Alonso is definitely going to make us fight hard for this P10. And now there's someone else. It's Hulkenberg going around the outside, trying to do a double overtake. We're going to go down the inside of them both. They were tangled up, and we've managed to just about get our P10. But those cars ahead, I was so disappointed that I couldn't close in. The wheel spin on this track, I don't know whether it's my setup, is horrific. But still, P10 will be okay. Final corner now. Just don't go up or inside, Alonso. Please don't ruin my race. And we're going to come around the final corner for 1 point. And we've gone from P16 to P10, but it's not quite enough. We're going to have to rely on the time trial. So P10 didn't really have the pace around Malaysia, which I wasn't really expecting. You know, I said I was going to do a bit of practice before. I ended up doing some practice around Russia, and I don't have time to do any more. So, yeah, a little bit disappointing, but P10 is okay. And, yeah, like I say, we've got to rely on the time trial. Let's take a look at the results first. So, yeah, it was P10, and the top 6 were pretty much as normal, but Verstappen in P2, very, very good for him. And Hamilton down in P5, very disappointing for him. So, yeah, Rosberg closing in now on the top of the table. Massa in 7th, pretty much as you'd expect. Perez, a decent 8th place for him as well, with Bottas in 9th. And obviously, we came home in 10th. Yeah, Hulkenberg, I believe he did tangle with Alonso on that final lap, so no points for him. But, yeah. Before we finish this episode, obviously we have got a time trial to do, so it's going to be around Abu Dhabi. So yeah, all we've got to try and do is get within 1 second, and we can unleash that gold pack in the next episode. Wish me luck. Here we go. This is what it came down to then. A time trial at Abu Dhabi. So the pole time in 2016 was a 1 minute 38.755, I believe. So yeah, literally just had to get within a second of that. But I can tell you, this was the most frustrating time trial I'd ever done. You could just see how much time we're losing off that corner. It just goes up and up and up. And that was on our previous time. So I've no idea how I managed to do it last time. But we were just trying way too hard. And you can see we ran wide there. We locked up beforehand. And yeah, it just wasn't really going very well. Now here we are, what, 6/10 up? So this was after about 3/4 of an hour. All we need to do, just ease it into that final corner and we've got the prize, and that's what we do. You have no idea the amount of rage that went into that. That is literally, I'd trade all the sweaty 90th minute goals I've scored on FIFA for just to complete that lap. But we didn't give up, and here you can see we're 4/10 up this time. We get some beautiful traction, just managed to put the throttle on at the right time. So yeah, still 4/10 up. As we go towards the next section of track, we lock up, we go over the sausage curb, and at this point I'm just thinking, yeah, I just want to end this all. I literally never want to play F1 again. We ram it into the wall. And then at this point, we are, what are we? We're 4/10 up, so again, you know, we're decent. But, you know, it's just not quite enough, so we have to push into the final corner. We turn in so early. It's not even a joke. And I just don't even know what to do at this stage. We run wide at the final corner that time, and that just completely messes up our lap then. But we do manage to improve to a 1 minute 39.9. But the key to everything in life is not giving up, and we don't do that. Again, we're nearly there, but we have to push at the final corner. It doesn't quite come off, and you can just see that's how much rage was going through me at that point. But the very next lap proved to be the one. Here you can see 2/10 up, and we come to the final corner. We kept it nice and smooth, and it was a 1 minute 39.7, and that is what it meant to us. There you can see our split times, but most importantly of all, we've got our goal pack for next episode. Get in. Well, somehow we managed to do it in the end, so yeah, it was a pretty difficult pole time to try and beat. So really happy that I managed to do it. That means we've got a gold pack in the next race, just about. We're going to have no spare change from it, so it's going to be difficult to manage to maintain that. But yeah, smash a like down below if you're glad to see this series back. It really would mean a lot. And also comment down below your thoughts on this series. I'm going to try and bring this back to you every couple of weeks. The Ultimate Career I'm going to try and bring every week if possible this year. Yeah, this is going to be a sort of one which I just want to finish before F1 2017. Really enjoying it. It takes a lot of work, but I hope you guys do appreciate it. So yeah, Drivers' Championship I will be showing on one side of me now. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.